own up to performing these acts on Max.
The Taylor man says this week he caught his ex-girlfriend Brittany McClure on home surveillance cameras at their Taylor home they still share.
In that video, it shows defendant Brittany McClure lying on the living room floor on what appears to be a mattress covered with a blanket. She then removes the blanket and calls the dog over to her.
That's Taylor PD's detective Philip Collop, who had to analyze the 6-minute video.
She is heard saying, "Good boy."
He secured charges against McClure for sodomy and animal abuse. Max is even named as the victim in his report.
Plain as she did own up to performing these. This day, it's his ex-girlfriend performing fellatio on the dog named Max, and her attempts to get Max to reciprocate.
Lieutenant Frank Canning, at this job 24 years, he's dumbfounded, says McClure confessed and even told investigators why.
Kind of a interest in a fetish, stuff that was seen on the internet.
Good news, Max was not hurt.
Yes, Max is fine. He is in the custody of his dad, Brittany's ex-boyfriend.
No contact with any animals.
The judge setting a $100,000 personal bond. McClure apparently says this is the first time she's ever done this.
I would like to think that Max is going to be in good hands, and there's no threat to this happening again in his day.
Shalom, HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. The honors of the elders and apostles, a great MILLSTONE, to teach you well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. Brother Tazawan Gabar coming at you from the Prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. Alright, this is going to be going into this article that just arose about this Edomite woman, where it says, let's see. Got another sicko, man. And all Edomites are really sick. Man, all of them are into the same shit. But this article says here, Michigan woman arrested after her ex finds footage of her performing sex acts on a dog. So she was performing sex acts on their house dog, man. Okay. This is Esau Edom we're talking about. There ain't nothing new to him. Esau Edom has always been into sodomy, bestiality, okay? All sorts of things that are just adverse to nature, okay? I'll go ahead and grab. Chapter 30 and verse 1, it says, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision." Alright, because Jake is the former of all things. It says, Jake was originally the oldest because it was Jake before Esau came out. They just weren't called Jake until Jake came out. You know, they're called the sons of God, sons of YAHAWASHI. Then Esau was born. But Job said, "But now they that are younger than I," which is who Esau Edom, scriptures say our children rule over us. It says, "have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the flocks of my dogs, with the dogs of my flock." Let's grab the definition of disdain. Disdain says the feeling that someone or something is unworthy of one's consideration or respect, contempt. So Job ain't want these motherfuckers niggas dogs, man. Because as you can see, they got a whole case going against this woman for touching on that dog. They said that dog was abused, sexually abused. Okay, he's talking about giving her a fucking $100,000 fine. Curse is really flipping on Esau Edom, man. These motherfuckers are actually finally, you know, starting to feel what they were putting us through themselves. You know? Jake get put underneath the prison for stealing the candy bar. This bitch, she going to prison for performing fellatio, as they say, on a dog, man. You know? Playing with the dogs. Putting the dog's private parts in her mouth, man. Okay, that dog was just there to be a dog. He was there to protect the house, guard the house, and somehow he's getting molested by an Edomite woman. This woman had plenty of, she got plenty of opportunity to go and get something from a man, but she decided to do it with the dog instead. All right, and the man, I say it was her ex that was living with her. He caught her on the camera, you know, doing that shit to his dog. But now you see why Job said he would have just their fathers he would have disdained to have sat with a flock of his dogs, man. Dogs of his flock. Now, dogs back then were used to keep the sheep in line, keeping them in order so they wouldn't run away. Dogs were used to alert the owner when a wolf will come or something will come to attack the sheep. Okay, the dogs were used for many purposes back then. Now, this woman's using the dog to fulfill her sexual needs, which most likely wasn't fulfilled. All right, she said she was laying on the floor, calling the dog over, and putting that dog to work like as if he was a sex toy or something, man. This shit is sick. This shit is wicked. This is Esau Edom we're speaking of here. You know, she been set on $100,000, you know, fine or bond or whatever. But if this was to happen to Jake, you know, because they, you know, this was to happen to Jake would be put underneath the prison, man. Jake got 25 to life. All right, off rip. You know, that goes to show you the difference between an Edomite and a Jake. Jake be put under the jail, but she just got a $100,000 bond or whatever. Probably with some time, man. Okay, but they have a higher regard for animals than they do for Jake, because Esau Edom loves animals, man. These are their actual partners. You know, you'll catch an Edomite deciding to marry an animal, marry a dog, trying to be like a dog, surgery to look like a dog. Okay, they got something with these dogs, man. Job 30 and verse 8. They were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Okay, so they're children of base men. Okay, which is what? Children of caveman, pretty much, man. Okay, they're viler than the earth. These are cavemen with business suits on. Okay, they still got their caveman affections and caveman appetites, caveman lusts that they want to fulfill. All right. Cavemen back in the day were into extreme bestiality, and they're still cavemen. You know, now they just found a different word for themselves, Americans. All right, but they still fashion the houses and their big buildings, their royal buildings, after the ways of caves back in the day. I'm on the road, we're in transit. We got this in the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 25, verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. So Esau was constantly out there on the field, man. Killing, hunting. Okay, doing what an Edomite gonna do. Alright? Esau's mind is so sick and twisted that he started taking a liking to the animals he was killing. And the animals he was hunting and eating began to take a liking to him, man. Okay? So as scripture say, it was wilder than the earth. He be doing unnatural shit from the beginning. He was created to be contrary to righteousness. It says, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Dragonfly in my window. It says, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So Jacob, you don't see Jacob on all that shit, man. Jacob is more so just taking it easy, more so about chilling, having a good time, you know, not doing the most. Esau is about doing the most, going outside and trying to conquer a fucking dinosaur or something. Alright, trying to steal somebody's land and pillage, rape, rob, murder, and pillage. That's the shit Esau's on, man. Trying to make a nation or an animal species go extinct. Esau's all about extermination and destruction. Okay? You won't really see him doing many righteous acts at all. It's not right. Book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Alright, so this guy's soul isn't right. Okay? You can't fix that for him. He's always going to be like this until he's destroyed off the face of the earth. It says, but the just shall live by his faith. Second, I'm gonna grab this. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 13. Consider the work of YAHAWASHI, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? So Esau was made to be crooked, man. He can't be right. He was made to be wicked. You cannot transform him over to being righteous. Scripture says, never trust thine enemy. So if this guy was created to be the enemy, what makes you think he's going to become buddy-buddy with you, or the good guy in the end, or the good guy later on? No, all he's going to manage to do is show you his horns. His horns are going to, the longer you're around him, just like iron, is going to begin to rust, man. Alright, you're going to start to see it. So, oh shit, this nigga really is a devil. You know, because what? That was how he was created to be. Lord gave, that lot was given unto Esau, Edom, to be wicked, you know. And Jacob was made to be righteous. Yeah, you got Jake going off. That's it on that. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles again, but sort of teaching me well once again. Peace and salutations be told for the elect. This next semester, all I do say, Shalom.